What's up there, rock stars? Frank Calabro Jr. here, building a brand new blog, and I figured, you know what, let me just turn the camera on here and give you guys a little bit of behind the scenes here and show you what I do. Now, what I'm doing is basically I'm building this blog called Patriots of Wealth, together creating a stronger America. I don't know if that's going to stay the same. I'm just piecing this thing together, and I just installed my plugins. And now I'm getting into my categories, and I was like, you know what? Let me just flip the camera on, and let me show people how I do this. Now, you don't have to have all your categories put in here. You can build this as you go, as you add more and more content to your blog. You can add categories, and let me show you how I do this. Now, what I do is I take a piece of paper and I draw this out in advance a little bit, and then I come over here and I start putting the information. Let's zoom in a little bit because I know this is probably hard to see. There we go. And then what I do is I come over here and I put in the information. Now, here's my first category. I'm going to call it precious metals. And then slug, same thing. You just put it in lowercase. So the name, I put, capital P, and then metals, and then the slug is precious metals, all lowercase. You don't need to have to put a description in there. That's not necessary. And then I'm going to put add new category. Okay, so there it is. Now, I'm also going to add some more stuff here. I'm going to add, let's see here. Numismatic. Did I spell that right? Hopefully I spelled that right. Okay, numismatic, lowercase. Now, what I want to do is, like precious metal is, when you create categories, like you think of a file cabinet. You open up a file cabinet, you got a folder, and then you have subfolders. Like, something very general is the folder, like precious metals. That's a very general term. That could mean a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm gonna do is numismatic is a what? Numismatic coins is what? It's a precious metal. It would fall in that folder. See what I'm getting at? So I'm going to put parent. I'm going to put down precious metals. And then I'm going to hit save. And I'm going to make that a subcategory. Okay? Precious metals, numismatic. All right, let's keep going here. Let's see, what are we going to put next? Bullion, slug. Same thing, lowercase. And I'm going to have that a subcategory. I'm going to have precious metals be the parent of that also. Add category. All right, precious metals. I got bullion. I got numismatic. What else do I want to put? I'm going to put silver. I wonder if I should put the and sign or the, should I write it out? I'm not even sure. That looks good. Silver and gold, slug, silver and gold. And I'm going to put that on the precious metals also. Add new category. All right, so precious metals, silver and gold, bullion, numismatic. What else? I think that's going to be all I'm going to put in there for right now. That's going to be enough for me to get started. And then I'm going to pick up something else. Now, I haven't thought about this yet. Oh, let me add one more thing. Under precious metals, I want to put down coin collecting. Coin collecting. Let's add that one too. Okay, now I want to get into, let's see here. What am I going to call this? I'm going to either call this wealth, creating wealth. See, wealth is a very generic or very general category. I mean, that could mean anything. Wealth. I mean, that could mean just absolutely anything. But I think I want to get a little more specific. Wealth management, creating wealth. Okay, I think what I want to do is call this one, and I can always come back here and change this if I'm not happy with it, but I think this is what I'm going to call it, creating wealth, because wealth is too general for what I want to do. I want to get into wealth creation. So creating wealth or wealth creation. Yeah, that's going to be good. That's going to be perfect. What I'm going to do with this particular blog is I'm going to teach people how to create wealth. Okay, so creating wealth or wealth creation. Which one do I want? Creating wealth. It's the same thing. It's fine. Now that's going to be, it's not going to be apparent. It's going to be its own category. So add new category. All right, so now I got creating wealth. Now I want to put some things under creating wealth, because you think about that. That's a very general. That's very general. That's a very general statement. That's a very general category. It's a very general subject. There's so many things that could fall under that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple things underneath that, a couple of different subcategories. Let's say we're going to put down asset protection. Okay. Asset protection, and I want to put that under creating wealth as a subcategory. Add new category. Okay, excellent. All right, what else do I got? Asset protection. How about, I got another one. It's similar to that, but it's a little different. Asset preservation. I may have some articles and videos on that particular subject that I'm going to be putting into this particular website. Did I say that? Okay, asset protection, asset preservation. Let's go to, let's see, creating wealth. How about wealth management? Oops, let's do lowercase. Wealth management, under creating wealth, add category. Wealth management. And then wealth management. Let's see, how about personal finances. Personal finances. That could go under creating wealth, correct? Yeah, why not? Let's throw that one in there. I had another one, financial management. Does financial management, does that mean the same thing? Okay, we got creating wealth, personal finances, wealth management. What's the difference between wealth management and financial management? Asset preservation, asset protection. Oh, you know how you can figure out some things too? Let's go over to Google real quick. Let me show you a little trick. I could go to the keyword tool. But Google's going to tell me what's related to this. Okay, creating wealth without risk could be a subcategory. That's actually a good one. Creating wealth without risk. Creating wealth from home. That's a good one too. So Google's actually helping me, and it's actually giving me some ideas of some subcategories. And also, that's good ideas because those are some things, those some articles that I can write about. Those are some videos that I can make. So how cool is that? Google's telling me, hey, here's some suggestions. And these are the most closely related to what you're typing into the search engine. All right. So I'm probably going to add both those right there. But I'm going to scroll down to the bottom of the page. Yes, this is where you want to look right here. This is a gold mine of information right here. Searches related to creating wealth. Okay, creating wealth on your current income. That's a good one. We got Robert Allen. We got creating money, how to become wealthy. That's a good one. Building wealth and creating income. So, you don't have to sit down and build some big, hundreds of categories in your blog. I mean, you just start off with a handful like I am right here. This is plenty to start off with. Usually I don't even start off with this many. But this is a good place to start, and I can always add to this and make categories, and you could even make subcategories like personal finances. You can even break that down to, say you want to do an article on budgeting or something. So you could break it down and have a subcategory of personal finances. So you can, really break it down and finite the search so that it's ultra targeted. Because that's what you want to do. You want to tell Google, look, this article is about this particular subject, and then you break it down. Yeah, it's about creating wealth, yes, but it's about, asset protection. You know what I'm saying? And then you can even break it down even more finite than that. So that's what you want to do when you create your content, is you want to make sure you categorize it correctly so that you're telling Google, this is what this article is about. And of course, the bots are going to go through it and read it and rank it and compare it against their database, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But, these categories, this is how you do it. It's really simple. It's not, I don't know why this really confused me when I first started building sites. I was like, what is this category thing, man? This is so confusing. And it's really not confusing. It's not confusing at all. It's actually very simple. So that's how I do categories. That's a very simple way of doing it. And, don't be afraid to use Google to have Google actually help you create this stuff and give you some excellent ideas. All right, you guys take care, and God bless everybody. Thank you.